Welcome to part 1 of using machines to power up your treatments. I'm Whitney Johnson.
And I'm Beth Bialco, and we are excited to bring you the first webisode in our 2-part series all about machines.
With so many pieces of equipment flooding the market, it's sometimes hard to determine which is the best for your skin treatment center and your client's needs. Today, we're going to give you an overview of the popular and effective equipment available to the professional skin therapist. This will help guide you to see how each of these electrical modalities can take your treatments from boring to exciting.
Before we begin, we would like to quickly review key information that you need to be aware of when incorporating electrical modalities into your treatments. It's important to conduct a thorough consultation before beginning your treatment. By keeping your consultation card and any additional paperwork, like consent forms, up to date, you will be able to chart your client's progress, and it also serves as a vital legal record. When using any piece of electrical equipment, there are a few key questions to review. Has the client been under a dermatologist or physician's care? Have they recently received a chemical peel, microdermabrasion, or resurfacing treatments? It is also imperative to thoroughly check the consultation card for possible contraindications, as this will ensure that the treatment procedure is done safely and that it is appropriate for your client's current skin condition. Some contraindications that may prevent you from performing the procedure would include items such as metal implants, body piercings, pacemakers, or heart conditions, prone to epilepsy or seizures, diabetes, and pregnancy.
As we go through and review each of the different electrical modalities available, please remember that we normally would not use all of these machines at the same time. Let's move through each option that can be incorporated during the key stages of a skin treatment, starting with the cleansing.
Cleansing the skin is one of our first steps in a skin treatment after the consultation. Now, while manual cleansing methods are used by most professionals, some machine options to consider during the cleansing step are electrical brushes. These brushes can expedite results by combining cleansing and exfoliation into one step. There are a few brush options to choose from, depending on the area you are working. The cylindrical brush, in the shape of a corn cob, is really ideal for the upper chest and the neck area. The round brush is great for the forehead and the cheek, and the smaller round attachment is rather effective for smaller areas such as the side of the nose and the eyebrows. The round sponge attachment is an option where less stimulation is desired, and it's the perfect accessory to help loosen a setting mask such as a clay-based mask. A few tips that you're going to want to remember when using electrical brushes. After applying the appropriate cleanser, select the brush and the motor speed. The brush should be used with light pressure and also be slightly damp with water. Now be sure to keep the skin moist with water and/or steam, as this allows the brush to move easily over the skin without irritation. We can, of course, steam during the cleansing routine to warm and really soften the skin while enhancing this process even further. Now here at the International Dermal Institute, we prefer to use steam without ozone, as it's now considered to be a respiratory irritant.
Another form of deep cleansing the skin is through the use of vacuum suction. Suction is caused by placing the finger over the hole in the ventouse, and it literally creates a vacuum. And when in contact with the skin, suction should occur. Care should be taken to ensure only a light suction is produced as to not bruise or irritate the skin. When removing the ventouse, lift the finger from the hole to stop the suction and proceed to the next area of the face or chest and repeat the process. The flat ventouse is ideal for an entire facial vacuum suction routine and perfect for sluggish skin. This is a mechanical method of moving stagnant lymph fluid and may be used to reinforce the cleansing effect. Another attachment is the round ventouse. This is ideal for spot treating to help loosen congested areas such as around the nose and chin prior to extractions. Vacuum suction should always be used under steam to keep the skin and product dampened to allow a slip and glide.
Ultrasonic is another option that may be used over a cleanser to further enhance the cleansing process. When exposed to sound waves, particles will oscillate about a fixed point, which allows for the release of dead surface skin cells and a loosening of comedones. Apply the blade at a 45-degree angle to the skin. While holding the skin taut, begin on the chest and using light upward strokes covering all the areas of the chest, neck, and face. Be sure to keep one hand in contact with the client during the process and periodically wipe debris off the blade. Once complete, remove any residue with sponges or the option of a warm steam towel. It's important to use our tools of the trade for the skin analysis so we can assess the state of our client's skin more accurately. The magnifying lamp will amplify the skin to detect any surface skin conditions, such as breakouts, sensitivity, or dehydration, while the Woods lamp is a handheld device that uses a black light, especially helpful in revealing the underlying epidermal and dermal pigmentation. And if available, using a skin scanner that uses a black light and mirrors. This interactive tool will allow the client to see what the therapist is able to see in regards to their own skin condition.
Once we have analyzed the skin, we can select the most appropriate treatment strategy. For therapists, it can be easy and tempting to get visible results by being more aggressive, over-exfoliating, or possibly treating a little heavy-handedly. We want to remember when targeting a client's concern that we structure our treatments around those modalities that are ideal for that concern and not what we necessarily like to use. For someone with an excess of oil or congestion, we want to look at extractions and ways to control the oil. To ensure painless and safe extractions, ensure that the skin has properly been prepared. You can soften impactions using a disincrustation or an alkaline softening solution. This can be used either under steam or with galvanic current. When using galvanic disincrustation, using small, light circles are best, and it's important to avoid breaking contact with the skin. Using a covered pincer electrode helps you to collect and dissolve sebum and impactions due to its small size. It also allows you to reach tight areas like around the nostrils. Perform disincrustation on the negative polarity for around 4 minutes. Once we have softened impactions, we are ready to perform extractions. It's important to fine-tune your technique and provide safe, effective, and hygienic extractions. To learn our International Dermal Institute signature extraction method, check out one of our acne classes, or you can refresh by viewing our webisode for oily and acneic skin. Direct high frequency is a great technology to use in the treatment room after extractions or on inflamed acne lesions. It has a drying and germicidal effect on the surface of the skin by sending ozone to the impaction. The ozone is quickly broken down into active oxygen that destroys the bacteria. The high frequency should be used over dry gauze on the skin to prevent too wide of a gap between the skin and the electrode, which could result in a burn. And as we discussed earlier, vacuum suction can also be used to loosen and assist in the removal of comedones.
There are many different ways that we can increase the penetration of ingredients in addition to stimulating the different layers of the skin using electrical modalities. When selecting ingredients, be sure to check with the manufacturer in regards to what products can be used with your equipment. The goal is to stimulate collagen regeneration, cell oxygenation, hydration, and control excess oil production and hyperpigmentation. Obviously, peptides, hyaluronic acid, and cosmeceutical-grade ingredients will have the most impact. But remember that 1 or 2 machines will be beneficial, but too many machines and you may cause overstimulation of the skin. While vacuum suction can be used to deep cleanse and assist in extractions, it can also be used to help minimize wrinkles and create temporary plumping of the skin. Be cautious that you don't cause too much suction in the areas as you could bruise and stretch the skin. Indirect high frequency is an excellent choice for someone with a dry or dull looking skin. Using a massage medium, movements should be light. However, it's important that the therapist constantly maintains contact with the client's skin. Ultrasound technology helps ingredients to penetrate the skin through a process called sonophoresis. Microvibrations on the surface of the skin cause tiny gas bubbles to be produced, which creates gaps between the epidermal cells to allow for ingredients to penetrate the tissues and to be heated.
Iontophoresis can be done with a serum, or it can be even used with a mask and may also be done with a water-based moisturizer. Iontophoresis can be performed using galvanic current or with a microcurrent machine using the setting for specific iontophoresis. If using galvanic, select the positive polarity to push water-soluble ingredients into the skin for product penetration. Galvanic iontophoresis is excellent for someone that is aging or has concerns with pigmentation. The effects of using positive polarity will result in a constricting effect, tightening, and firming the tissue. This can also be done around the eyes and lips to really drive in those ingredients into the skin to help soften and hydrate. When performing specific iontophoresis, an electrical current is emitted from one probe and returns to the other probe, allowing specific focus in an area. Traditional methods like galvanic iontophoresis send a direct current throughout the body to achieve the same task. Either form will be excellent in driving in a serum or a complex into the skin to specifically target an area of concern. Another use for microcurrent is for muscle re-education, to lift and firm the muscles, also increasing within the cell adenosine triphosphate. The probes are normally placed at specific points of the muscle. Using a patented technology, they communicate between the handpiece and the muscles to help lengthen and shorten. This is a great treatment for some clients that want to prolong the effects of Botox or as an option to fight aging before it occurs. Microcurrent can be used with toners, serums, complexes, gels, or a water-based mask and moisturizers.
We hope that you have enjoyed learning about the many different machine options available that will not only enhance your treatments, but provide amazing results. Curious to know what's next? Then you don't want to miss our next webisode, part 2 of using machines to power up your treatments, where we will review advanced modalities such as LED, microdermabrasion, and skin needling. If you'd like to receive a copy of notes from this webisode, please fill out the short survey on the link provided. Thank you.
And we'll see you next time in the treatment room.